What really sank the Titanic? Shocking AI discoveries you won't believe. Hello, and welcome to According to the AI. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're diving into a story that has captivated the world for over a century, the sinking of the Titanic. But we're not just telling the same old tale you've heard 100 times. No, today we're asking a new question. What really sank the Titanic? But this time, we're turning to artificial intelligence to uncover some answers that might just surprise you. You've heard the classic story, a massive iceberg, a ship that was unsinkable, and a tragic loss of over 1,500 lives. But what if I told you that, according to AI, there might be more to the story? Could there be hidden factors, overlooked clues, or even darker truths behind the disaster? Stay with me, because the truth, as we'll see, might be far more complicated than we've ever imagined. Before we dive into the mystery though, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's start with the basics. The Titanic was supposed to be unsinkable, a marvel of modern engineering, a symbol of human achievement. But as we know, it sank on its maiden voyage after colliding with an iceberg in the frigid waters of the North Atlantic. But what if I told you that the iceberg might not have been the real culprit? Artificial intelligence has been combing through mountains of historical data, analyzing reports, maritime logs, and even survivors' testimonies. And here's where it gets intriguing. AI suggests that the iceberg might have only been the final blow. The real chain of events, according to AI, started long before that fateful night. Could there have been a fatal flaw in the ship's design? A weakness in the steel used for the hull? Or what if human error played a much larger role than we've been led to believe? Let's break it down, piece by piece. First, let's talk about the steel. AI has analyzed historical records, and some researchers believe the steel used in the Titanic's construction might have been more brittle than we thought. This could have been caused by the unusually cold temperatures that night, which would have made the steel more prone to cracking. Imagine this. The ship strikes the iceberg, but the force of the impact fractures the hull, not just denting it. The result? A cascade of flooding that no one could have anticipated. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? What if the iceberg wasn't the immediate cause of the ship's downfall, but rather, it triggered a domino effect that no one could have stopped? AI's analysis suggests that this flaw in the steel, combined with the ship's sheer size and the lack of sufficient lifeboats, played a much larger role in the tragedy. But wait, it gets darker. One of the most chilling theories that AI has uncovered involves a fire that burned in the Titanic's coal bunker for days before the voyage. There are reports from the crew that smoke was coming from the boiler room in the days leading up to the collision. Now this could have been the catalyst for disaster. AI suggests that the fire weakened the ship's structure, causing further instability. Think about it. A fire burning away at the ship's insides, unseen by most passengers, and potentially compromising the Titanic's ability to withstand the iceberg impact. Could this hidden fire have been the Titanic's silent killer, weakening its hull from within long before the iceberg even appeared? And then there's the human factor. AI analysis has also looked into the speed at which the Titanic was traveling. The ship was moving at nearly full speed, despite warnings of icebergs in the area. Could the captain, Edward Smith, have been too confident in the ship's capabilities? Was he pushing the Titanic to go faster than was safe? AI simulations suggest that had the Titanic been traveling at a slower speed, the collision with the iceberg might have been far less catastrophic. But in the rush to reach New York, was there a blind spot in judgment? Were the dangers of the icy waters downplayed, leading to fatal overconfidence? It's a haunting thought. So, what really sank the Titanic? Was it the iceberg, the brittle steel, the fire below deck, or was it simply a series of tragic human mistakes that led to a perfect storm of disaster? Artificial intelligence is offering up a new perspective, but we still don't have all the answers. As we look back on that night, one thing is clear. The Titanic's tragedy was far more complex than we've been led to believe. And as AI continues to dig deeper, who knows what other dark secrets it might uncover. Thanks for joining me today on According to the AI. If you found this as fascinating and maybe a little unsettling as I did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. There's so much more to uncover together. And remember, history is never as simple as it seems. Sometimes, it's a riddle waiting to be solved. Until next time, stay curious.